Alright, this is Demonocalypse. Sorry for not putting out a lot of videos lately. I've been playing a lot of games that don't record well. For instance, I have recorded episodes for them, but I just... when I was watching them, I was bored as shit. I mean, most of my World of Tanks videos are... At least they don't put me to sleep. Dang it. Dang it. Dinner isn't sitting too well with me, and I still have a plate to go. Anyways. One of the games is Star Trek Online. Another game is Mortal Online. The other game is, what was it again? Realm Explorer. I haven't played a lot of my other games recently. I just haven't felt like it. Star Trek Online is really freaking addicting, to me at least. It's just boring as heck to watch, and while the space combat in it is okay, dang it. The ground combat is completely irredeemable. It's not very good at all, especially since there's so many bullshit moves, like enemies at my level having 4 times the amount of health I do, and their weapons doing the full amount of damage they're supposed to, and mine are only doing a quarter, something like that. It was really terrible. Anyways, enough of that. This is Starfarer, top-down space combat game that is in development. Dang it. One sec. Where's that button? That sucks. I went through this long explanation and then my microphone was off and shit. Okay. Top-down shooter, as you can see, Total Biscuit did a video of this a long time ago when it was starting development. It's about midway through development right now. It's still got a long way to go, but it's about ready for being a more complete showing. Okay. The latest patch just updated the RPG system in the game so that your character can level up, increase some skills for his fleet, piloted ship, and all that other stuff. I usually go for fleet upgrades simply because I usually like having a lot of ships with me, and having more armor and faster repair rates on them can help quite a bit. I do have a character here, Titilier, my titler character, Demonocalypse. As it currently stands, I can't play that guy because he's using a mod, and if I load that mod here, the game will crash. I think. Honestly, I can't remember. And you see, I've never seen these guys before. Huh. I don't play the vanilla game very much, even after the patch. I'm mostly using the Ironclads mod and other things like that. Right now I do have one mod loaded, the Fleet Control mod. Just do that. And it barely adds anything to the game. It's not a total conversion mod like the Ironclads mod is, so it's fairly useful. Dang. Okay, now this is part of the new RPG system in the game. Confirming identity. Early in your career, you served as a junior supply officer, hired out as a gunner on a mercenary ship, found employment as an assistant engineer on an exploration, spent time as a co-pilot on a patrol system in an independent system. Okay, now, some of this stuff will lead to being able to get certain skills very early on in the game. For instance, if I choose the gunner, I will get a certain skill that helps me with my my individual piloted weapons skill on the ship. If I get assistant engineer on an exploration vessel, I will get an engineering thing for what am I thinking here? For my entire fleet. I prefer that one. More recently, you served as an adjutant, performed the duties of quartermaster, took over the duties of chief engineer. I do with that one. Now, this is like, okay, pretty much any mod will give you a choice of ship, and some of them suck. Or at least they're not to my liking. Like, here you can get a shuttle or a frigate. I'm going to go with the frigate because it's not going to get screwed right away. The thing is, this is a good, fast transport ship. The issue is, you don't get money for trading. You do, but like, there's no low price anywhere in the system. You cannot make money by buying stuff up at one place and selling at another. I wish they'd implement that, like a actual economy, but the only way to make money is to kill things, which I also like right now, but it's not entirely realistic. In addition, the standard frigate has more storage space on it anyway, so might as well take that one. Okay, now this is the screen here. Okay, now it looks like I did something wrong here. I put one into combat. Damage control. On piloted ship, -2% hull and armor damage taken. And that increases by 2% per skill. You can have up to maximum of 10 per any one of these classes here. I don't think there's a maximum level you can get to. Because my other guy's up to like level 50 or something. I don't know. Not 50. 30, something like that. You get 1 aptitude point every 2 levels and 2 skill points every level. So, what am I going to go for? I'm going to, like, there's a bunch of stuff here. Gunnery implants, piloted ship, increased target leading on auto-firing weapons, applied physics, flux capacity, which increases the amount of energy I can store. Like, basically, flux is heat. Your firing your guns generates heat. Firing your guns generate flux. And if you have too much flux, you overload. Which, if you have too much heat, you overload. That's a very basic way of putting it. Like, there's better flux capacity plus flux dissipation rate, and you can get miniaturized capacitors, miniaturized vents, or more ordnance points. Ordnance points determines how many weapons you can fit on a ship. I like upgrading my ordnance points first. And then armor, ordnance points, repair in and out of battle. This one can go up to a maximum of 100, chance to repair disabled friendly ships after battle, if they still exist. It is possible to completely destroy a ship and have nothing left of it. If there's a hull left, you'll most likely get it back after you go through everything. And then increased repair and refit rate out of battle, and then travel speed. Just ordnance points it up, because I like having lots of guns, or at least the ability to have lots of guns. Okay, character menu, same shit you saw. Fleet menu, you can have a maximum of so many ships. Most ships will have a fleet cost, like this one's 5, maximum of 25 right now. Hangar space, cargo capacity, fuel capacity, personnel capacity. Fuel isn't used for jack shit right now, so might as well sell it. Refit, I can refit this for whatever I want. Right now I have plus 4% flux. Wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. 2, 4, 6, 3. Oh well, I won't argue with their math if it's in my favor. Okay, so you can get these special augments for your weapons. Right now I'm mostly using a projectile-based loadout, 2 light assault cannon guns, 3 light machine guns for whatever. So expanded magazines, definitely in my favor. Increases ammo capacity by 50%. And get another vent. As you can see, this is the frigate I chose. 2 MRMs, medium range missile launchers, with 3 missiles apiece. So 6 missiles in total. Most of them can take out a ship in 2 hits. Light assault gun, not very good at all, really. It's useful because it has an okay firing rate, but really, there's better weapons out there. And cargo. Right now, officers and outposts is not implemented as fleet center. Here we go. Okay. Now, this is something from the fleet control mod, the storage facility order. After I get 30,000 credits, I am able to buy a storage facility, which is then placed around a planet. After I buy the storage facility, I can then buy factories for ships, mining facilities, stuff like that. So it takes me a while to get up to there. Okay, now let's see. Orbital station here. Okay. Now you got a mining pod standard wing built to a... Uh-huh. That's expensive? Hell no. It's cheaper to buy this hydroponics frigate than those mining fighters. But okay, the hydroponics frigate basically it produces supplies which you then use to survive. I usually pick one up early on because they're cheap and relatively easy to keep around. But right now I don't have enough cash. So right now I'm thinking the standard MR, this salamander is good. However, it has a fairly small ammo capacity. I don't like that. I usually end up switching it for the Swarmer SRM here. Much larger ammo capacity and doesn't take up an extra 2. Should I get that or not? Yeah. I don't need it. Yeah. Increased ammo capacity. I got an extra 27 shots, which is actually 15 salvos since they're fires 2 shots of every group. And then you have weapon groups here. Turn those to auto. They're really good against light fighters and such, which I have a problem with. These energy capsules here are from the fleet control mod as well. They're energy crystals. I mean, once you actually get the energy production stuff, you'll be able to produce hundreds of them for free, so it doesn't matter. I might as well go over some basic combat stuff as well before I actually go into combat. Okay. These are Marines. Heavily armed and equipped with powered armor, Marines specialize in breaching and boarding disabled ships and providing security for planet-side operations. There aren't any planet-side operations as of yet. I'm sure there will be in the future, being able to take over planets, stuff like that, yada yada yada. Okay, but 1 Marine is worth 10 normal crew. So therefore, if you have 90 crew on the enemy ships, it's a good chance you'll lose about 4 or 5 Marines. You can buy more. You can buy more crew. There's regular crew, green crew, veteran crew, elite crew. They do level up as you go through the game. There's even perks for them to increase in level faster. Once officers are implemented into the game, that will be more important. Also, apparently when officers are added into the game, there's also going to be a morale system added into the game, and that your crew can actually mutiny. I don't think I like that. Okay. Now, one small minor detail I don't like about this game is, you know how there's usually an X right above here? It doesn't close if you hit that. It's annoying to me, especially when I want to rage quit. Okay, now, combat. Who am I going to pick on? Right now, that's an independent trader. I don't want to pick on them because technically they're neutral, or the good guys. Let's see what this is. Rundown civilian station. I can't remember what the rundown civilian station has. Let's go over there, shall we? And you can see accident risk. Accident risk happens when you're doing something risky. Let's just say you have too much fleet, that's risk of accident. Have too much hangar, you have a risk of accident. Too much cargo, risk. Fuel, risk. Personnel, risk. Risk goes from something minor to minor decompression. You lose a little bit of cargo and some personnel, to explosive decompression, where you lose the majority of your ships. That's a pain in the ass when that happens. Okay. Now, as you can see, my top speed is 170 right now. Wait a second. As you can see, Pirate Scout is pursuing me. Let's go kick his ass. As you can see, he's using the same ship as I am, and he's using the Salamander SRMs and the expanded missile racks. I'm trying to figure out where the balls I'm supposed to get those. Move into a gauge, take personal control. Okay, now, W goes forward, and you hit your maximum speed pretty quickly, and you can just coast. Left and right, A and D, left, right, S is to slow down, and then you can hold shift. Die! Okay, now, most of these ships have shields. The shields are weak against kinetic weapons. I am using kinetic weapons. The shields overload, create an excess of flux, and overload the ship. A lot of projectile weapons do that. There are ways of strengthening your shield so they don't create as much flux through activation and impact. Of course, it's still not very good, but, you know, it works. Most of the time early on, if it's just against one ship, you can pretty much just ram them and let your personal defense weapons take care of it, because they fire a lot faster than normal ones, and they do a lot of damage to the shields. I know there wasn't a lot of strategy involved in what I just did, but it worked. As you can see, since I switched my Swarmer SRMs to automatic fire, they fire it off automatically, therefore taking a little bit of the weapon, that fire that's coming towards me, and dispersing it a little bit. Let me think. You could also saw that some of his weapons got disabled from the fire. That can happen. It's a pain in the butt, but it can happen. It's a lot more painful on some of the larger ships that can't turn as fast because they need those little guns to protect them. But we'll see what happens later on. Okay, now that screen before this one was the salvage screen. You could salvage ships if they were in salvageable conditions, or you had enough people or enough experience. I didn't have any of that, so I could only salvage items from a ship and some credits. I got like 1,064 or something. Okay, I can salvage some light machine guns, some fuel, and some supplies. Take all. And as you can see, I'm over my cargo capacity. And supplies per day, cargo capacity exceeded. Risk minor. Makeshift cargo capacity is consuming an extra 0.1 supplies every single day. And because they are consuming them that much faster, I'll probably run out of supplies and then won't have to worry about it. Let's just hope I don't run into anyone else that has more firepower. Because like you see, Pirate Raiders, this has one of me, one of a fast fucker, and one fighter group. That fast fucker is annoying as fuck because he won't sit still and fight me. It's annoying. And you got about the same mix here. I don't want to get in a protracted fight against fighters. I don't have the firepower for it or the guns for it. They're just, my guns right now are just not very good at taking out little ships. Okay. As you can see, my makeshift cargo capacity is at 0.0, and then there's probably some random number at the end of that. So I'll probably run out of supplies. Oh, crap. Too many fighters. I can probably take out that little one, but that's about it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Friggin' Ox-class mining ship hull. No. So what cargo they got? They got nothing. Okay, let's get rid of those machine guns. Nope, get rid of them. Confirm transaction. There we go. And there's a bunch of hotkeys for you to be able to do a lot of stuff. No, I wanted to fight the single guy, because there's no way I'm going to be able to take out the group. And there is a speed penalty for larger groups. It's just not very apparent over to begin with. I wish there was a more solid transition here. You guys probably won't see it because you'll be at a lower resolution than I will. But you can see those lines around it. Okay, let's see if we can go around here and take out this small group here. Pirate Raiders. Group of 2. I think I can take those guys out. Dang it. I'm just as fast as them. I hate that. Okay. And some of these groups can get massive, so better just to avoid the larger groups or else you'll be dead. Let me just fly around a little bit and try to find a small group that I can take care of easily.